Hey, my name is Victoria Bird,
I'm Matt Bird.
and together we make the Birdhouse Group with Home First Real Estate. So, we've got a few things to share with you. We want to give you a market update on Georgetown, talk about why it's so important to price your house right. And if you want me to put that sign in your yard and get it out of the car, I am happy to do so. And we're also going to talk about the Fed rate cut and what that means.
I think we should start with the market update. What's the market looking like in Georgetown?
All right, so let's first look at just August. So, sold listings in August this year, 2024, 83 sold listings. And in August last year was 79 sold listings. So, there is a little bit of an increase there, which is great. That's good. The other thing is the median sales price has gone from 117.5 to, sorry, not 175, not 117.5. That would be so cheap and everyone would be moving to Georgetown. The median sales price is 317.5 in 2023. Then in 2024 it is 350. And then average sales price 2023 was 348,717, and in 2024 it's 385,929. So you can see by looking at the median and the average that prices have gone up.
I think it's interesting the new listings. New listings are down. Last year, 2023 in August, they were at 140 new listings. This year, this August, we had 80 new listings.
88 actually.
88 new listings. Sorry.
It's
So
hard to read eights from across the car.
that's what, like 30%, or what's the decrease
Yeah,
there?
it's 37.1%.
37% decrease in new listings. So
Mm-hmm.
um, lots of people right now are very hesitant to list their homes. You know, that's what do you think about that?
Yeah, I think people are sitting on the sidelines probably for a couple of reasons. Because they don't want to, they probably locked in a good interest rate and now they don't want to sell because the interest rates are higher than when they bought. So they're staying in their home longer than maybe they had planned or they wanted to just because they have a great interest rate. And I think that if you kind of just take a glance at the market, if you're looking on like Zillow and things like that and watching some of the houses around you, you may be seeing things sit on the market for longer and have price cuts. And you may think, I don't want this to happen to me. So I feel like those could be a few different reasons why people are not listing their houses right now.
Yeah. So speaking of rates and
Yeah.
interest rates and all that stuff, recently the Fed came out and said they were going to drop the baseline interest rate for the first time in a few years, I believe since COVID. So they're going to drop it half a basis point, so basically half a percentage point. Um,
Mhm.
what does that mean? Well, what is the Fed?
What the heck does that mean?
The Federal Reserve basically is the central bank for the banks. So they are the ones who set the price that the banks pay to borrow money. And so when they raise or lower their rate, typically the other rates follow. And they recently cut it. So what does that mean for mortgages?
That means that hopefully the rates will be coming down for mortgages as well. Should see a reflection there at some point. And like to put it all in perspective, like, hey, why do I actually care about what the interest rate is for my mortgage? Well, because having a lower interest rate means that your monthly payment is lower for your mortgage. So let's say you're looking at a $300,000 home with a 30-year mortgage. At a 6% interest rate, your monthly payment would be around $1,800. But if, the Fed rate cuts influence the mortgage rates and they drop to 5%, your payment could drop to $1,600 a month. So that's a $200 savings for you per month, or about $72,000 over the life of the loan, which, with groceries and everything right now, that $200 comes in
Goes a long way.
handy and it goes a long way. So that lower interest rates means more money in your pocket if you're buying a house.
Yeah, so we're probably going to see more buyers enter the market. We also are probably going to see more people selling, because now they can sell the house, that's maybe a little too small, and they can now afford, to buy something a little bit bigger
And
without paying.
justify those
Yeah,
interest rates.
yeah, exactly. So bottom line, I think personally, we're going to see, uh, an increase in the market. We're going to see buyers entering, and we're going to see more people selling. So
Mm-hmm.
those 88 houses that we saw, listed this in August, hopefully we see more. Hopefully that number goes up.
Yeah, and I think it will. I think that'll be logical, but historically, fall and winter is a slower time for real estate, but with rates dropping, we may see it get busier than normal. Sometimes people like to wait out on election years as well, so we may see some influence from that. But I think that overall, I think things might pick up because of the interest rates.
I can almost guarantee you one thing we will see, though, and I know this is a triggering thing for you. We're going to
For me?
see, yes, for you.
Oh Lord, okay.
We're going to see people pricing their houses way too high because
Ooh,
they've heard that the rates
ooh,
are coming down, and they think that people can pay way more than
ooh.
it's actually possible. So let's talk about pricing your house when you're going to sell.
Let me tell
Is
you.
it is it the strategy? Should I price my house way over market and
No,
hope?
no,
Okay,
no,
tell me why.
no.
Tell me why, Victoria.
So I feel really passionately about this topic. I've made reels about it. I've talked to friends about it, my clients about it. I I'm never going to encourage you to overprice your home. I think that if you really want to sell, then you want to price it with the market. You want to price it to sell. Um, Not to say that you want to undervalue your home, but you want to price it right with the market, with what's comparable around you, and based on, you know, updates. If you've done updates that add value, there are some things that do not add value. And so, yeah, it's really important to price your home right, because the longer it sits, the more buyers think about, like, something is wrong with it. Clearly, nobody's buying it. Why aren't they buying it? Something is wrong with it. People tend to feel that way when they see, on Zillow, like, people look, oh, 67 days on the market. Well, what's wrong with it?
Yeah,
Or that it's back on the market because maybe it didn't appraise.
yeah.
Or, oh, they just cut it $10,000 again. Something must be wrong with it. That's how buyers start to feel when they're looking at houses. And how do I know that? Because I've worked with a lot of buyers, and those are, like, literally direct quotes from them. Um, Things that they've said when we've, you know, looked at checking out some houses with those instances. So,
I think the word you're looking for there is stigmatized. The house
yes.
becomes stigmatized, and you just had a house go under contract in one day
Mhm.
over listing price.
Mhm.
Why do you think that was?
Well, I think that's because we priced it right with the market. I did not encourage these sellers to inflate, the value of their home. There are other houses in a neighborhood nearby that are listing way higher, like $100,000 higher. But the truth is, in their section of the neighborhood, this certain number is where they really needed to be at, is where the comps showed. And, we look at comparable houses with how many bedrooms, how many bathrooms, what did it sell for, square footage, we've averaged some things. So there's a lot that goes into figuring out what that right number is. But when you do price it right, and somebody knows that you've priced it right, a buyer knows because they've been out there, they've been looking in the market.
They know what houses are worth.
They know.
Do. Buyers are not.
That's
clueless.
When people come in over asking because they know.
They know that other people are also going to be interested.
Mm-hmm.
They know that the other buyers in the market they know that it's priced fairly as well.
So, coming in right at list when it's priced appropriately sometimes just isn't enough. And that's when buyers are willing to offer more. So
I don't have any data to back this up, but I would say, tell me what you think about this. I think the strategy of list starting high and then hoping to get an offer lower, in the end, it's my opinion that will net you a lower sales price than if you price it right with the market, get lots of buyers interested, get a bidding war going, get multiple offers in. That gets you a higher price.
And I would agree with that. And I would also say, for someone who really does want to sell their house, time is extremely valuable. If you need to move, there's no reason to overprice your home. Because then you're wasting your time, and time is also money. And if you have your money tied up in your house and you've got to wait to make your next move because you've got to make a contingent offer, I mean, it just draws things out.
Move and or you have to move and then you're making two mortgage payments,
or you're moving out of state and you have no eyes on your house anymore, your most valuable asset that you can't freaking sell because you priced it $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 over what you should have. It can be really stressful on a seller in the long run to overprice their home. So I know it can be tempting because you're like, well, if I could just get, $20,000 more, you might, if you price it right, you might, but when you price it over, you then kind of X some of the buyers out. They think, well, it's priced too high. I can't afford this, so, you just kind of shoot yourself in the foot when you do that. But that's why we're here, really, is to help you figure this stuff out, because this is our job.
Yeah, we love it.
This is what we do every day. We look at houses, we talk to people about their houses, we list houses, we help people buy houses. And so, I've done quite a few things as a buyer's agent, and I think that really helps when you go into being a listing agent, because you have heard all of the buyers' feedback.
Yep.
And you really know what buyers are looking for. So if you need a listing agent that wants to, bring that to the table, I'm your girl. Okay. Well, thank you so much for watching this video. If you made it to the end, congratulations, you're here. We're almost to our destination as well. So thanks for coming along for this real estate on the road.
Yeah, if you're looking to buy or sell in Georgetown, Kentucky, or anywhere in central Kentucky, make sure you give us a call. subscribe to our channel for more market updates and just cool Georgetown videos.
See ya.